Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam, and in today's episode we have a brand new VW to show you. It's their biggest, latest, greatest, and it's the first in the UK. Ollie's over here. What are we going to do today?
Well, I'm excited because Tiguan are the best seller for VW on their SUVs, and they thought, we want money, we want some more, let's do something a little bit bigger. Welcome the Tayron. I'm going to take it out on the UK, give you an honest road test, because I've seen a lot of these abroad and people talk about what they're like, but I want to know what it's like in the UK, so I'm going to tell you about that as well. There are some good features in it and some secrets too. I'm going to tell you what the best trim level is to get as well. If that sounds good, then keep on watching. Just to let you guys know, we release an episode every single Friday. Next week, we check out the Audi Q6 e-tron. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the episode. Now, the Tayron comes with a range of different powertrain options. These are a 1.5 petrol mild hybrid engine, produces 150 PS and hits 0 to 62 in 9.4 seconds. The R-Line has two powerful 2-litre petrol engines you can choose with either 204 PS or 265 PS and the option of full motion all-wheel drive. Then you've got a 2-litre TDI diesel engine with 150 PS, returning an impressive 50.9 mpg, and two plug-in hybrid options deliver either 204 PS or 272 PS, both with a 1.5 litre engine. Okay, let's talk about the name, Tayron. Now, we know that Tiguan is a tiger and iguana. The Tuareg is to do with the Tuareg tribe. Now, there's a theory that Tayron is inspired by the Tairona people, an ancient indigenous civilization from the northern Colombian coast near the Sierra Nevada de Santa Maria Mountains. There's even a Tayrona National Park, which fits in with the theme of VW's SUVs, rugged, natural area with jungle mountains and coastline. Other people just think it's a mixture of the word tiger and iron. Okay, this is the plug-in hybrid version, 19.7 kilowatt hours of battery, and officially 76 miles of range, they say. That's officially. I'd love to know, Tayron owners, when they get them, what you'll actually get. But if I go into the modes, I want to talk to you about the mode, because we've got a hybrid mode here and an E mode. So if I put it in E mode, it's just using that electric from the battery. Brilliant. And actually, you've got acoustic glass. I think on the R-Line you've got this, or you can add it as an option, which works out about 5 decibel levels less than what it would be without. And then you've got your hybrid mode. So 1.5 engine working together harmoniously with your electric motor. But what I love is this. You've then got manual control. I click manual control and I can now save my charge, because some hybrids don't give you that option. This now, the current battery charge will be maintained. So if you don't want to use that because you don't want to, you're using work fuel or whatever, then you can do that. If I press left on here, now I've got another option. It says the selected charge level will be reserved until the end of the journey. So now it's only going to use that portion of the battery. So what I really love is that in this hybrid, I've got a number of options. I've got an E mode, just electricity, hybrid, work in the engine as well, and manual control, so I can save that charge. Let's talk about MPG then with this plug-in hybrid, because when you've got a plug-in hybrid, you think, yeah, tons of MPG. On the VW website, for the plug-in hybrid, it says 614.4 mpg. My God, that's a lot. I don't know if you're going to get that unless you are running the electric side of things, deplete it, charge it up, and only using that. That's when you're going to get that. But we've been driving this plug-in hybrid all day, and it says here I'm getting 74.7 mpg, and that's still pretty good. I will take that. If there are any Tayron owners out there with the plug-in hybrid, let me know in the comments what MPG you're getting.
If you think we've deserved your support in this episode, or maybe another one, you can always buy us a coffee in the description down below, just to help us with our channel and our journey along the way, so we can keep bringing you the best info on cars in our videos. Ollie's got a coffee.
Just keep us caffeinated, guys. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. The link is in the description below.
Right, so I want to show you around this car and what it looks like from the outside, because, okay, let's start with the name. So Tayron, it is actually pronounced Tayron apparently according to VW, although it does look like Tayron, so we'll leave that up to your own judgment. Anyway, having a look around the outside, do you think this is the best angle?
Tayron, definitely Tayron. I like the light bar. It looks like a Tiguan. VW are being smart here. They know they make a load of money with the Tiguan. Let's just not change too much. You can see tiny little tweaks to the front lights, and obviously the rear light design is very different. But other than that, it is just like a big brother Tiguan. They've had the All-Space, didn't they? Or the All-Space, which was a 7-seater.
The All-Space?
The All-Space, All-Space. I think it's more bougie if you say All-Space. Anyway, this is the new Tiguan All-Space, basically. All-Space, however you want to say it, depending on where you're from.
Anyway, this is the replacement to the All-Space. because it's got 7-seater option, which is really good because
Not this one, though.
VW stopped selling it in when? 2021. They stopped selling the 7-seater Tiguan. Starting with the back, this looks very VW design language with their latest cars, doesn't it? The haunches over here looks quite nice. Sort of reminds me of the Touareg, which is quite nice to see. I'm not sure about this big black grille thing at the back. Like, it's not a grille. Why does it look like a grille? I don't understand. You've got this really nice light bar, which the VW actually illuminates. That looks really cool.
And that's standard, and that is actually standard. So even if you get the life trim, you still get those illuminated badges as standard.
So round the side, this is actually a really nice profile of the car. I just feel like it looks like a nice big SUV, but also quite sort of muscular. It just looks very edgy. Moving around the side, this gives you an idea of perspective. See how big it is compared to Ollie. I'd say it's quite a decent size SUV, to be fair.
It's got a lot of overhang, hasn't it? Compared to a Tiguan, it's got a lot more overhang.
It's got a bit more space. It's a bit more, I'd say it's a bit better than the Tiguan, like space-wise. It's just a little bit more practical.
As we look at the front, you can see it's pretty much a Tiguan. You've got a little bit of different shaping, I think, on the front headlights, and then you've got this big gloss black grille underneath because it's the R-line. What do you think?
That does look good. It does look good. I do like it. You've also got a nice light bar, which is, well, it looks lovely in the night time, doesn't it?
I would say it's not just nice, it's glamorous, it's gorgeous.
Wow.
It's delicious.
Delicious light bar. Nice little R badge.
Yeah, functional vents. Look, I like this.
Oh, yeah,
I think if you're going to put a
vents.
vent in, make it functional, looks good.
Have a look at these. These are lovely and curvy wheels.
Lovely. They've got a bit of curve to them, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
Diamond cut. Let's talk about charging your plug-in hybrid Tayron then. We've got 19.7 kilowatt hour battery. It can do 11 kilowatts. We can do 40 kilowatts max charge. So if you find a fast charger, 10 to 80% in 26 minutes. That's handy. However, I see you using a 7 kilowatt wall box at home, and 0 to full, you're looking at 6 to 8 hours. Let's talk about boot space then with the Tayron plug-in hybrid. You get 705 litres of boot space because you've got the batteries at the back. But you have got this very cool 40, 20, 40 split, some really deep cubbies either side, and a little bit of a space to put your cables down here. But 705 litres, is that enough for you? Let me know in the comments. Oh, actually, do you know what is really good? What? Open my flap, another little bit of space, handy. And I have another flap this side for my tools. I've got a 7-seater Tayron. You get 345 litres of space with the third row up. And this is the parcel shelf hidden under this little bit of storage, which works really well. If you want a little bit more space, then all you've got to do is pull these toggles, which don't, oh, I've got to do this at the same time, there you go. Whoops. And then you've got 850 litres of space, so a little bit more. When jumping into the Tayron, I've got to say, it feels like a big car. Normally, on roads that I'm comfortable with and I know well, when I'm in a bigger car, I know what's coming up. At the moment, I'm on a B road and you are in, it makes you feel you've got some presence on the road. The bonnet is great. I love the sculpting of the bonnet. Great visibility, good visibility out the back as well, and left and right. Comfortable, I'm in the R-line, so these seats feel really good as well. And the steering wheel's good. It's thick at these top bits, which I like to just give it a bit of a squeeze. And I was messing around with the different modes you've got, because you've got an EV mode and a hybrid mode, which is good. And we'll talk a little bit more about them later. But so far, just really refined, nice and quiet, whopper of a infotainment screen to look at. And buttons on the wheel. I feel like VW have done so well at listening to the end consumer. We want buttons, brand new car, and they've put buttons back. Yeah, some of their other products still have that haptic feedback. Okay, I've got Adam with me in the back of the Tayron. I want to know, is it comfortable back there? Talk to me, Adam.
Okay, so looking at the rear space in this Tayron, I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised, because I want to tell you, if you can get kids in here, if you can get lots of passengers in here, and actually you've got a fairly decent amount of headroom. I think, you know, it'd be a bit less if you didn't have the sunroof, but I've got plenty of room for my head. Moving on to knee room, I've actually got loads of knee room here. Let me show you. So there's quite a bit of space here, so there's plenty of room for everyone's legs. You've got some nice blinds here, which is actually quite a good option to have. The actual feel of these seats, so you've got a mix of materials here between cloth, suede and the leather, so you've got like 3 materials, but I can say the seats do hug you quite nicely. They are actually quite supple and comfortable, You've got a little bit of ambient lighting here, and in the middle you've got 2 vents with some climate controls with heated seats and 2 USBs, which is a bit of a treat for your backseat passengers. And then down here you've got a tray which does pop out. Let me show you. A tray like this, and you've got 2 cup holders which fold down here. This is a bit plasticky, but it does move, so you can put an iPad or a book or something if you really want to. It's a bit stiff. So yeah, that gives you an overview of the back seats. Okay, moving on to the interior of this new VW. Let me show you around, because it's quite an interesting place to be fair. Starting off with this main point of the cabin here. This is the big screen. What are you doing?
Responsive test. Your different modes here. Comfort, Eco Sport, and you've got changes. This is good to show you because this one's got the DCC, dynamic chassis control, 15 different settings. You get that standard on the hybrid.
Is that too much?
No, I think it's cool.
I think it's too much.
I like customization. I mean, you're pretty much going to go here and here most of the time.
Like, you're not really going to notice between that and that, are you?
You can't have the dynamic chassis control on all trim levels. I think you can only get it on the Life, the R-Line, and the Elegance.
Let's move on to the
cobwebs.
centre of the car. Yeah, there's a few cobwebs here. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this flap is quite standard in new VWs, isn't it? So you've got 2 wireless phone chargers and 2 USBs there, which is lovely. Treat yourself. You've got this, which is
It's multifunctional. So if you press it down, then you can go through your drive modes like that, or you can set it to your different expressions on here as well if you want to do that. But it's quite quick to do.
It's a nice fancy little display though, because it is obviously an LED display. That is lovely.
Yeah, I like this multifunctional. Keeps it minimalistic.
Down here you've got 2 cup holders, which is big enough for most things.
Stop. You know at the beginning I said about secrets. This is where one of the secrets are. So, some people might show you this. Now let me know if you know this or whatever in the comments. But some people go, oh look, you can actually take out my cup holders. And I've seen a lot of people go, oh wow, yeah, that's really cool. You can take it out and put it back. But actually, you can take it out and slide it back into the big one, which not many people show you. So actually, you can move it all the way back, then use this divider in the front, wherever you want. Just slot it in. It's got a bit of a recess, and there you go. So that's pretty handy. Also, another secret, again, you might know this, you might not. But back here, you can put your cards, credit cards in there, and coins. Now, some people don't even use coins, but when you go to the supermarket, you know those little giblets you put in the trolley and then you move off? It's like a £1 coin.
That is handy.
Put your giblets in there, and I've showed you can literally take this out and where to put it. But
that's a good hot tip. I like that.
I hope you enjoyed Oliver's hot tip.
So, material test. What do you think? This is very good, actually. This is not usually soft here. And you've also got this soft Alcantara suede material.
I think it might be dynamic, yeah, but the only thing is it does feel good, and this all lights up really well. Like the details with the backlit on these inserts, these plastic inserts, they backlit and you get ambient lighting. This feels good. Up here feels nice. The actual door itself, I think that could be quite covered. I'd quite like that to have that bit of a leather
soft
over
material.
there. Yeah, just soft over there. As you would expect, scratchy plastics down at the bottom below eye level. But other than that, this is quite nice.
The material's okay, isn't it? It's fairly premium. I wouldn't say it was like executive premium. It was just like fairly standard premium.
I'm a bit confused a little bit because they've got this soft bit up here and mock stitching, and we drove the MG plug-in hybrid, and that was a £33,000 car. This is 44, so it's 11 grand more, and it's got the same bit at the top. So I don't know. Expect a little bit more
from VW, but can't complain too much. Headroom wise, you're doing quite well.
Yeah,
there.
Headroom's decent up here, I think.
That is good. You've got a massive sunroof as well, which lets in a lot of light, doesn't it? That's actually really good. The interior, let us know what you think about that in the comments. Also, I just thought I'd mention there is some shortcut sort of tap buttons here for your climate control, but I still would like actual buttons.
Yeah, and they're backlit as well, so I guess that's something. Okay, let's talk about some competition then for this VW Tayron. Now, the Tayron starts at 40k, which is cheaper than the Kia Sorento, believe it or not, which starts at around 42k. The Hyundai Santa Fe is £47,000. Then you've got the Peugeot 5008, that starts at 38.5k. And then the Skoda Kodiaq, on which this is built on the same platform, the MQB Evo. The Kodiaq starts at £38,000. What would you have over those cars? So I'm tiggling along, I'm on an A road, and I've got to say, I feel like the suspension is softer than the Tiguan. Me and Adam took the Tiguan on the test track and we went over some bumps, and my gosh, we got shaken around and rattled. It went doo-doo, doo-doo. I'll put a link up here. You've got to go and check it out just for comedy value. But this feels a lot more softer, a little bit more wafty, still quite controlled and composed, but just family SUV, loading yourself up, going from A to B. This is pretty comfortable, and the steering works really well too. It's responsive, it's very predictable. You put it into a corner and it does its job. In a moment, I might drive a little bit faster down some B roads once I've done them a few times, because I feel like a big car, you know, is going to start to wobble about. So it'd be interesting to see what the body roll is like on that. But so far, just literally wafting along on an A road, doing the speed limit, cruising. I got my baby in the back, and it is comfortable. And I've got a few potholes here, quite bigger ones, and they're just gentle thuds. They're just gentle thuds. So I think it's pretty refined. It's very quiet. I always love plug-in hybrids because I've got that bit of power every now and again. I think it's 8.4 seconds, 0 to 62 with this hybrid, and I just enjoy having that motor just kind of kick in and help you out when you need it to. The engine, when you put your foot down, then it starts to come into play. You can hear it, but the 7-speed DSG gearbox, really smooth. Hardly notice the gear changes. So all in all, it's just a great little comfortable, relaxing cruiser. In this plug-in hybrid, you have regen as well. If you look over to your infotainment screen, you've got an option. If I hit recuperation, I've got it in high. All right, I've got it in high because I want to try and maximize what I'm getting back into that battery to reuse it again. Now, when I lift off, you can see in here, it just comes back into that little dial to show that you're recuperating. Is he going to let me go? He is. All right, even though I flashed him. There you go. So it's good that you've got that option, and you can change it up if you need to. However, it's not too harsh, and I'm someone who just will always leave it in the highest setting just to try and, there you go, I can see the needle, just to harvest back what you can. One thing that I think is great is that all versions come standard with illuminated badges, front and rear parking sensors, a rear view camera, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Some negatives are, there's no electric seats. We tested out the R-Line plug-in hybrid and there was no electric seats. And there was no charging USBs in the third row. And it's over £40,000 luxury tax. All right, okay, that's my rant over. We've got a number of drive modes and you can access them by hitting the rotary on here, multifunctional. Sport, comfort, eco and individual. And we showed you what kind of settings you've got there in our interior chat. But I'm gonna put it in sport. Oh my goodness, that engine's loud. It knows it needs to be worked. And this has got the dynamic chassis control option on this R-Line as well. And you can spec that. I think that's just over £1,000 as an option. And here we go. We've got some corners. What's it like? Oh my good. Woo! So you can have a little bit of fun with this car. However, you know, it's not a performance car. It's a family SUV. But if I put my foot down flat, it is crying for help a little bit. It is crying for help a bit. But, you know, sport mode is there. Just know you can have a little bit of fun with it if you choose to. Okay, let's talk about camera quality. I always love to show you guys camera quality in the cars we drive. So I'm going to put it into reverse. There you go. Now, to be honest with you, it does look a bit fuzzy. This bit looks great, this 360 bit. But this bit, I would say, is not the best camera out there. I mean, it does the job, don't get me wrong. Looks good. What if I press this? All right. I'll keep it on that. And there you go. That is how easy you can park. Rate my parking, check it out. But there you go, that's the camera quality. Let me know what you think of the quality in the comments. Now, unfortunately, the entry-level trim called Life comes in at £130 over the £40,000 luxury tax that we have here in the UK. However, I have found a lease deal that I think will be cool for some people. It is the diesel variant, £369 a month, £4,400 up front. It's a 2-year deal. It's the R-Line trim as well, and 6,000 miles per annum. What do you guys think to that? Okay, we've got a 7-seater Tayron right here. Let's see how easy it is just to get in and use the third row. So come with me. Got a little pull here, brings it forward, and then does it slide. Oh, it's a bit of sniff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this does not feel This doesn't feel very elegant, but okay, I'm going to come over here. I can't even get that one forward. There's not really much to talk about back here. There's a couple of pockets where you'd put a couple of coins. There's no vents. There's no USB-C chargers. These headrests, I think these go up a little bit. There we go. Get that one up. I think really they're mainly used for children. As an adult, I don't think you'd be that comfortable. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so to be honest, if you had 2 adults here, it would be pretty claustrophobic. I mean, you have got these windows, but let's be honest, it's only letting a little bit of light in. It's for kids. It's for kids. Probably I wouldn't even put my own kids here. I'd put kids you don't even like, their mates. That's what you want to put back here. I think if you do really want a proper 7-seater, you know, you're looking at the Discovery cars like that, but then it's a different price point. But it's just to showcase what it is really like back here. And now I want to get out. Yeah, it's not great. Another interesting secret, unfortunately I can't show you properly today because it only comes in the entry-level trim, Life, where the front passenger seat will actually go flush and flat, so you can fit in massive long planks of wood, and that's because of the fabric and material you have on that seat. These, because of the way they are, they don't go flat. And also, there's no electric seats in this one. This one's the R-Line. You've got to actually use these manual handles to do it. But I think a passenger seat going flat is a pretty cool feature.
Right, so that's been our episode on the brand new VW SUV, the Tayron. So you'll have to let us know what you think about it in the comments down below. Ollie, what do you think about it? Will you have one?
I think it's good and it works well if you get Life trim, the diesel around 41k, or this plug-in hybrid around 44k. I think those would be great options, really efficient. Car's great, really comfortable to drive, some really cool features too. Let me know what you think about the Tayron in the comments down below. What would you have over this car? That's what I want to know. As always, throw us a like if you like the episode, get a sub to Car Chat TV, and we will see you on the next one. If you've made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. I've just popped up 2 more videos on your screen that you also may like. If you do watch one, let me know what you think.